the participant. Hello. First of all, let us say thanks to our Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, who has given His grace and guidance, so we can meet here face to face in the English speech competition in the commemoration of Pesantren Day in good health without any obstacles. The second is salawat and greetings that us always live our Lord Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hopefully someday we can get intersection in Yawm al-Qiyamah. Amin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on this occasion, I would like to deliver my speech about the role of Pesantren in millennial era. Pesantren are people who study Islamic religious education at Pesantren, usually living in that place until education is complete. However, in this millennial era, students are not enough if they just sit and recite, but also have to do something that can be used as preparation in living life in the current of globalization. Ladies and gentlemen, in this increasingly advanced age, millennial Pesantren must have high intellectuals. Pesantren must be able to balance the life of the work and the hereafter. Pesantren as agents of change and agents of control have a much big role to maintain the nation's character. Actually, in this case, Pesantren have a much greater challenge to explore and survive, but also have to do something that can be used to preparation in living life the current of globalization when compared to a young generation. On social media, the term of millennial Pesantren develops in line with discussion of the issues Pesantren now era. Millennial Pesantren must be ready, confident, and connected with technology lines. The credibility of millennial Pesantren is not limited by Pesantren rules. They are also much confident with their personal abilities in the various knowledge, science, and between languages. However, millennial Pesantren has an advantage on a moral basis. Those values of morality is the supporting power for millennial Pesantren. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a number of fundamental issues that can be a reflection on the momentum of this century. Number one, students must prepare with professional skills. Number two, students must improve their knowledge and intellectual network. Number three, Pesantren must be a moderate and tolerant generation of responsiveness in cyberspace. Number four, Pesantren must be active and brave to socialize and tolerant and non-violent Islamic doctrine in cyberspace. Number five, Pesantren is the front guard who preaches Islam, that is shady, not a riotous. Number six, Pesantren must become a promoter of unity, not just being a buzzer, mischief, hostility, slander, and hate speech. Number seven, Pesantren must be versatile, multi-talented, and students shall not be ignorant of updates. Number eight, Pesantren must continue to be historical actors, not historical burdens. Number nine, Pesantren must think constructively, effectively, actively, creatively, and innovatively. President Jokowi, through Presidential Decree number 22 of 2015, has set the October of 22nd as Pesantren Day. This was welcomed by the PBNU because all this time, Pesantren played a major role in Indonesian struggle for independence. 3-4, Kiai Haji Hashim Ashari, as the founder of NU, called it a jihad by saying that Defending the homeland from legal invaders is obligatory or a must for each individual, according to Prophet Hadith, Hubbul Wason Minal Iman. Have a Pesantren Day, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and also all my dearest friends. This is the end of my speech today. I hope my speech may be useful for all us. Thank you very much for your attention. I do apologize if I have said something wrong. Last word, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. High play.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wa bihi nasta'in ala umurid dunya wa din. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Honorable jurists, as well as speech participants I love. First of all, let us say thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us His grace and guidance so that today we can meet in here face to face in the English speech competition in the commemorate of Saturday in good health without any obstacles. The second is salat and greetings. Let us always deliver to our Lord, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik.
Hopefully, someday we will get the invitation in hereafter. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this occasion, I would like to deliver a speech about the role of Santri in the millennial era. Santri are people who study Islamic religious education at Islamic boarding school, usually living in a place until education is complete. However, in this millennial era, students are not enough if they just sit and recite, but also have to do some things that can be used as preparation in living life in the current of globalization. In this increasingly advanced age, a Santri must have high intellectuals. Santri must be able to balance the life of the world and the hereafter. Santri, as agents of change and agents of control, have a big role to maintain nation character and ideology of the state of Indonesia. In this case, actually, Santri have a much greater chance to explore and survive in the current of globalization when compared to youths in general. On social media, the term of millennial Santri develops in line with the discussion of the issues Santri now era. Millennial Santri must be creative, confident, and connected with technology lines. The creativity of millennial Santri is not limited by Islamic boarding school boards. They are also confident in their personal abilities in various knowledge, science, and within language. However, millennial Santri has an advantage on a moral basis. These values of morality are the supporting power for millennial Santri. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a number of fundamental issues that can be a reflection of millennial Santri on the momentum of this Santri. The first, students must improve the knowledge and the intellectual networks. The second, Santri must be prepared with professional skills. The third, Santri must be a moderate and tolerant generation of responsiveness in cyberspace. The fourth, Santri must be active in brave the socialist, the tolerant, and non-violent Islamic doctrine in cyberspace. The fifth, Santri is the front guard who preaches Islam, then shady, not riders. The sixth, Santri must become promoters of unity, peace, and honor, not just being bother, mischief, hostility, slander, and hate speech. The seventh, Santri must be versatile and multi-talented, and students should not be any lack of updates. The 8th, students must continue to be historical actors, not historical bodies. The 9th, Santri must think constructively, reflectively, innovatively, creatively, effectively, and actively. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of Jokowi, through Presidential Decree number 22 of 2015, has set October the 22nd as Saturday. This was welcomed by the PBNU because all this time, the Santri played a major role in the Indonesian struggle for independence. Therefore, Kiai Haji Hashim Asy'ari, as the founder of NU, called for jihad by saying that defending the homeland of the legal invaders is obligatory or a must for each individual. According to the Prophet's hadith, Hubbul Watan Minal Iman. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and also my dear friends, this is the end of my speech today. I hope my speech may be useful for all of us, and I do apologize if I said something wrong. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm sorry if I made mistakes. Waffaqanallahu wa iyyakum ila tariqil khair. Summa. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, the next participants from Pondok Pesantren Wahda Islamiyah. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in ala umuri dunya waddin sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsani ila yaumiddin. First of all, praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as our God, who has given His grace and guidance so that we can meet here in the English speech competition without any problems. Blessing and salutation upon Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with his family and his companions, and of course for his ummah who are always following his path. The Honorable all judges for this event. I'd like to say thanks to my headmaster who gives me the opportunity to join of this competition English and deliver my speech about the role of Santri in Indonesian independence. Actually, according to the huge dictionary of Indonesian language, Santri is all students who won't seriously learn about Islam, no matter how old, he 15 or he 50, he is Santri. The second one, Santri is whoever seriously worship and faithful to Allah. Indonesia has felt the blessing independence for 76 years. But do you know guys, that the millennial generation, independence was achieved by the scholars, or we can say ulama, also couldn't be separated from the asam, the struggle of Santri. Also couldn't be separated the struggle of Santri. Unfortunately, Indonesia didn't record the struggle of the Santri. So many struggle of figures, Islamic, are written in storybooks. Santri had an important role in setting independence states of Indonesia. the beginning of the beginning of the movement, so Bung Tomo proclaimed of the jihad through his radio, with his words that we know, if there was not there, I don't know how to burn the spirit of the to fight against the invaders. Allahu Akbar! Which was then followed by a group of students to Surabaya, accompanied by fighting spirit of Surabaya.